If he came, I could have talked to him. If I had taken that medicine, I could have been better. Please repeat. If he apologized, could you have forgiven him? If he apologized, I could have forgiven him. If she had added that, could it have tasted better? If she had added that, it could have tasted better. Could that have been dangerous if he hadn't fixed that? That could have been dangerous if he hadn't fixed that. Could you have taken her there if you had had more time? I could have taken her there if I had had more time. Could they have won if he had been playing with them? They could have won if he had been playing with them. If she didn't show up, could you have finished making it by yourself? If she didn't show up, I could have finished making it by myself. If they had tried to speak more, could they have spoken English better? If they had tried to speak more, they could have spoken English better. If she had criticized you, could you have defended yourself? If she had criticized me, I could have defended myself. Could she have been rich if she hadn't listened to them? She could have been rich if she hadn't listened to them. Could they have taken it if it hadn't been so heavy? They could have taken it if it hadn't been so heavy. Who could have met you if you hadn't had that meeting? She could have met me if I hadn't had that meeting. Where could they have gone camping if it hadn't snowed so much? They could have gone camping in the park if it hadn't snowed so much. If you were younger, could you have beaten him in basketball? If I was younger, I could have beaten him in basketball. Could it have been more fun if everyone had been able to come? It could have been more fun if everyone had been able to come. Could she have worked harder if she had felt better? She could have worked harder if she had felt better. If you had had the money, could you have bought that for her? If I had had the money, I could have bought that for her. If they opened the store early, could you have gone to buy it for her? If they opened the store early, I could have gone to buy it for her. Where could they have waited if it had started to rain? They could have waited at school if it had started to rain. Who could have helped you do it if you had just asked them to do it? Who could have helped you do it if you had just asked them to help? He could have helped me to do it if I had just asked him to help. Who could have seen you do that if they had been paying attention? He could have seen me do that if he had been paying attention.